going on, guys? We're back. Another video. Uh, wanted to talk about why losing is fine. Losing is fine, bro. Losing is fine, and you have to accept it. Losing is fine. You have to accept it, man. You're probably wondering, what are you talking about, bro? Why are you talking about losing is fine and you have to accept it? Well, it's because you don't actually lose, if that makes sense. You don't lose, actually. You're not losing if you lose, you're actually winning. Because the difference is, if you actually did what you wanted to do, then you're actually winning because you actually are doing what you want to do. But if you're not doing what you want to do, then you're actually losing. That's the difference. See, people nowadays are confusing the two. They think that like when you actually do what you want to do and you're failing at it, that means you're losing. You're not losing because you're actually failing, getting the lessons and learning as you go. So then when you get to that point where you lost so many times, you just know how to maneuver now. You know how to you're way more skillful than you were at the beginning, right? But if you're just sitting back, just wondering, like, yeah, I'm gonna just sit back and just chill right here, and I'm gonna just not like do anything. I'm gonna just keep thinking in my head, overthinking, and wonder. Then that's why you're gonna continue losing because that's just how it is, bro. Like that's how you lose when you don't do nothing, right? Not when you actually do it, you know. And another thing is a lot of people choose to lose in life. You know, you don't just randomly lose in life. You choose to lose. Like if I want to be the best like let's say I want to be the best racer, like I want to be the best okay, no, I don't want to use racer. I want to be the best at cooking, right? Let's say I want to be the best at cooking, right? Me like taking the time to actually like cook the food, learn the recipe, do it actually like actually cook it and give it to people to try the food, and then people are saying my food tastes like crap. Well, I'm not gonna get mad. Well, yes, in in the eyes of the people, I failed, right? But in my eyes, I didn't fail because I actually tried, right? But what am I gonna do? I'm gonna go back to the drawing board. I'm gonna do it again. And I'm gonna keep going and going and going. Not for people to and in that case too, it's different because food is subjective too. It can taste bad for other people. It can taste good for other people. But at the end of the day, as long as you get the result that you're looking for, then that's all that matters, right? So I can keep doing it, getting better, and then next you know, I build a whole restaurant around my food, and people start loving my food, and then boom, I'm a millionaire from just trial and error, which is how it usually goes, right? But if I'm just sitting back and just thinking about the fact that I could do it, but I think I'll be bad at it, or I just don't want to, then it's like then I'm already failing because I'm overthinking in my head, you know. And that's what you guys do. That's what you guys do. You guys just sit there and just overthink in your head, thinking that things are just gonna happen. No, it don't just happen. You gotta actually make it happen. You fail when you don't make things happen, bro. That's how it works. That's when you just sit there and don't do nothing. You're choosing to fail. You're literally just telling yourself, "Yeah, I'm gonna fail, and that's who I am in this world." That's who you're telling yourself. You're telling yourself that you're just gonna fail. So when don't get this mindset that me doing it and then failing while I do it is failing. That's not failing. That's you actually going after what you want. You gotta change your mindset, and it's okay it's okay for things not to go your way. It's okay because at least you can learn from it, bro. Not everything's supposed to be like a linear path. No, it's like this. It's that's how life is, bro. That's how it is. You can't expect everything to be just sunshines and rainbows as I would want it to be. Don't get me wrong, I would want life to be that way. But at the end of the day, bro, that's just how life is, bro. It's just like this. It's like this. So, you gotta be okay with that. And there's something wrong with that. There's a lot of people who fail, right? There's a lot of people who don't get it on the first try. There's people who do get it on the first try, but people like you who have to work just a little bit harder, just a little bit harder, right? And that's fine because I'm one of those people. I'm not one of those people who just get lucky, right? And that's fine. You don't want to be built off luck, anyways. You want to create your luck, right? I don't want to just be like a one hit wonder, and the next I start falling off or whatever it is I'm doing, right? You don't want to be a one hit wonder. You want to have systems that you established from trial and error that make you just universal, make you just unbreakable, right? Um, and there's a lot of lessons that come with failing, right? Say for example, you did something and you just won. You wouldn't really know how you won. You just like, oh, I just won. But it's like when you fail and fail and fail and fail, you're like, okay, I know why I was failing. I know how to not fail again. You know what I'm saying? Like you just know certain things, and failing just teaches you a lot about life in general. Like there's a lot of things. It's like there's a lot of things you wouldn't really understand if you didn't fail. You know what I'm saying? Failing just teaches you a lot about life, man. It teaches you a lot. Yes, it's the mentality. It's really mindset too. Your mindset has to be very strong. You know, because a lot of people give up when things don't go their way. I don't know why. Like giving up should even be in your. It should even be in your mind. It should not even be in your vocabulary, right? But it's like you shouldn't just give up at all, right? It's all about mindset, right? How strong your mindset is, and if you can maintain that frame of you just okay, yes, I know I failed, but I gotta keep going though. That's all that matters. How but see, this is what I do when I fail. I want to know why I failed. How can I be better? What can I do to be better? Right? Um, I want to get technical with it. I want to be specific. I want to really dive deep with this because no one just fails. You just don't. Like I said before, you don't just fail. It's just a cause and effect. What's the cause and what's the effect of like what happened? What happened and why did I fail? I really need to know. I'm curious. Cause then you write it down in your notebook or whatever you write it down on your whiteboard, and then whatever you got from why you failed, you avoid it now. And guess what? You might have a long list. You might have a long list, but that's good because now you know what to avoid. Now you know your chances of failing. It's so much lower now because you have all the things that made you fail previously. Now you just focus on the stuff that was working. That's how it works. It's just trial and error. It's just you reflecting on what's working, reflecting on what made you fail in the past, and it's going from there, right? That's what I was saying earlier. Failing teaches you how to be successful. It teaches you your next step, your next move, how to be better, right? If you just won off rip without no storyline, no failure, then you just be like, oh yeah, I just won, but that's it. Like you just won. Like okay, so so let's say you won and then you failed, you'd be like, oh shoot, like you wouldn't, you know what I'm saying? It just be one of those things. You're just a one hit wonder. You just don't know, right? You have no way of getting back up. So if you did fail first and then you won and then you failed again, at least you know how to get back to that success because you failed so many times. So it's like, you know what I'm saying? So that's how you keep yourself relevant, if that makes sense, in anything, right? When you have like that skill where like if anything goes wrong, I know I got me and I don't have to rely on nobody because I've been through the mud so many times to the point where like whatever happens, I know I could get myself back there. If that makes sense. So that's why you should be okay with failing because it literally gets you to the point where you literally get to the point where like you just can't fail no more, if that makes sense. Like you like from the standpoint of like losing money and stuff like that, like blah blah blah. Like yeah, you can be like society can say you failed, but if you know you could get it back, then did you really fail? No, right? And like I said, bro, you gotta be okay with certain things happening in your life. I just I just call it it is what it is, right? It is what it is. It's nothing you really do about it. It's really how you act after it happened, you know? Do you get mad or do you just say, you know what, it is what it is? I'm gonna just figure it out and I'm gonna go from there, right? That's the best you can do, right? You don't want to get mad and start crying and have all these emotions. Like, listen, it's understandable. I know I hate failing. I hate not getting what I want, but sometimes you gotta do the things you don't want to do to get what you want, and sometimes you gotta go through things that make allow you to get what you want. You know, that's just how life works. Sometimes maybe it doesn't work like that for everybody, but for the majority of people, it kind of does work like that, right? Which is fine. Like I said, it's okay. Just be okay with failing. It's okay, bro. You're not dying. You're not gonna nothing's gonna happen to you, bro. But see the difference. See now what I do want you guys to be not okay with is I want you to be okay with failing, but I don't want you to be okay with to keep failing and to stay that way. See, there's a difference between failing and learning from it, and failing and not learning from it and just staying the same way forever and years. That's a lot of people's lives, bro. They failed so many times and never learned from it, and they ask themselves why they're still failing because you don't take the time to reflect on why you're failing. You just fail and be like, okay, I'm just upload the same video that failed previously, and then or whatever it is, like business, cooking, like I'm talking about like in general. But you can't just fail at something and then just do the same thing that failed. Like that doesn't make any sense. You need to change it up, right? There needs to be a change of action, and there needs to be a change in the storyline of whatever you're creating, right? You can't just do the same thing every and over. Now, if it was working, yeah, milk the hell out of it, but don't milk it to the point where like it starts getting repetitive, you know. Um, there's a lot when it comes to uh learning from it, you know. And like I said, my professor he told me that everything is life is an opportunity cost, bro. And yes, you know, he said you can either make that choice to be better, or you can make the choice to just let life take its course, and you just there, like you just live in life, right? There's no meaning to your life. There's no purpose. There's no storyline to your why. There's no storylines for you, right? That's what my professor taught me, right? And ever since I like heard that phrase opportunity cost, that's how I live life now. Everything I do is opportunity cost. You know, everything I learn, do, you know, it's a sacrifice, man. But everything I do it for a high return of investment, bro. I put the cost in my whatever the cost is. I make sure my return of investment is greater than the cost. That's all I want. I want my effort to be greater than my return of investment. You know, well I want my efforts, well the effort of me putting in the work for my return of investment to be higher. That's what that's what I'm saying. So live life not in fear, but in strategy. You know, just at least just remember this. Remember this. At least you can wake up another day and try again. Not a lot of people get that opportunity, right? So at least you're getting that opportunity to get another 24 hours every day of the week, every day of the month, every day of the year to get another chance to get what you want to do, right? So just remember that, and I promise you, you will never fail again.